Bleach is one of the best animes that's ever come out. It's frankly known as being in the big three, but a lot of people have seen, or even some of my friends like E from the channel have even questioned its ability to be in the big three. A lot of the time stating that it's not good or he didn't want to watch it. I was on the belief of this as well until I decided to choke up and actually watch it because I wanted to watch all the big three. And I enjoy watching mainstream anime because I have a good feeling, even though that it might suck or I don't think it's as good. And when I started, it has a high possibility or even high chance of proving me wrong if I get far enough into it. And this is how I was able to overcome my disliking of things like Bleach and even Black Clover to the point of watching them nonstop and really becoming a fan of them. And I have to agree with my friend D of the channel Darion that, let's be completely honest here, Bleach is actually really good, and I don't really understand the hate and slander that it kind of gets as it's not really a member of the big three. Many people like to say Dragon Ball, you know, One Piece, you know, Naruto are the big three, but that's not actually what it is. Dragon Ball is actually the founder of those guys, and those guys are all under Dragon Ball because they came after and clearly are in their own generation as a whole. That's not necessarily here nor there. That's not what this video is about. This video is about why the heck Bleach gets so much slander. And even though the Bleach has a pretty big fandom, there is a bunch of people that, even I know this because I used to be one of these people, that don't really think Bleach is worthy or they deserve to be here, and I really don't understand why that's the case. Bleach just had to show itself multiple times over and over again that it really is peak anime, all the way from Bakuya versus Ishigo, all the way to Aizen versus Ishigo, and so on and so forth. The revival of the anime was a really big time for anime fans everywhere. That really had them saying, wow, this show really did have the traction to come all the way back from deletion, basically, because nobody really thought that was ever going to happen. Despite that being the case, it did pull it off. So it does show you that the anime has traction, but a lot of people just don't want to watch it. And I've come up with a couple of reasons why. The main reason why people don't want to watch it is they don't really like the first few episodes of a show. And with a lot of people, myself included, this is one of the reasons why I didn't get into Bleach. I didn't really like the episodes that started the series off. I thought they were kind of bad, but as you get further and further into the show, you actually discover that it gets much better as you continue to watch it. This is kind of one of my flaws with personally watching the show. Getting past that point, there also is the point of not necessarily the animation being bad, but just kind of the first season in general, moving a little bit past that, just not being as interesting as like a Naruto, where they go to, like, you know, obviously the hidden mist and they fight like Zabuza, or like a One Piece where he literally opens the show up fighting, you know, Arya, and then like going on to then go meet Zoro. It's like it's kind of fast-paced action that you can kind of get into without much, you know, problems. With Ichigo, it's kind of like the story is just much slower than all of theirs combined, and it's just really just weird how that works. But, you know, the fast traction just isn't there. First episode of Dragon Ball Z, Raiden appears, even though people just know this, that's not actually the big three member. They like to include it because, guess what? Fast-paced action is kind of a big problem with Bleach. It actually has a bunch of moments in the show, even past the parts where you might say, well, this show is actually pretty good, where it is just clearly having too much slow traction, taking too long to build things up. I mean, the show has a ton of filler in it that's not even canon, and that's also another point I have for why people don't like it, is because the filler is just too much. People don't want to watch filler. They much rather just die because it sucks and nobody cares because it's not even canon and it has nothing to do with the story. Overall, Bleach is not liked by many because of its filler. It's not has a really good first season. It kind of is bland and doesn't really have much taste for it. It does set up a really good arc. In fact, probably the best season in any anime possible. And it also does have a pretty slow start even in the first few episodes, which a lot of animes tend to not have. Overall, Bleach is still good, and if you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. D would want me to say because it is his favorite anime, so I will do that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. If y'all are enjoying the content, please be sure to hit the red subscribe button. Thanks.